Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Thai retirement visas. We're discussing extension of Thai retirement visas. So what are we talking about here? Extension essential. Obviously, it's essential if you want to keep lawful status in Thailand. What I'm talking about more has to do with the O retirement visa, because as we've noted in many other videos, the O retirement visa has the least onerous requirements associated with not only obtainment but maintenance of it, compared to, for example, the OA retirement visa or some of these other wealthy retiree visas. They've opted to sort of create out of thin air that we've yet to see really. I mean, we've yet to see anybody really using this as a viable option, because in a lot of different cases there are things that are better. I suspect there are some scenarios where the so-called LTR is optimal, but again, it's going to depend on the person, it's going to depend on the circumstances. Long story short, we're basically talking about the O retirement visa here. We're talking about extension of O retirement visa, and what we're talking about is timely extension. Obviously, if you don't extend on time, you fall out of status, you go into overstay. That's a real problem. And obviously, that's something you just need to deal with. More my issue right now, what I'm talking about in this video, is I think long-term, folks that are in O retirement status are going to really want to keep an eye on that, because I think longer term it's going to get harder and harder to get into O retirement status. And once you're in it, I think it's going to be an almost coveted status to have amongst retirees, because again, as we've discussed, doesn't have an insurance requirement. There are, it's just kind of easier to deal with. You just kind of roll it over. An OA, generally speaking, I mean, you can extend it in Thailand. Again, the insurance requirements are quite high associated with that, but with the O retirement visa, they're not. And I think longer term, you could see, I stress could, I'm simply speculating here. I think you could see a scenario where the immigration apparatus starts saying, hey, look, we want to see folks with an OA, and then maybe we can talk about an O retirement visa down the road. Again, I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow. In fact, I think it's probably not going to happen for a little while. But at some point, I do think there will be some curtailment. I don't think they're going to get rid of the O retirement visa, but I do think there will be some curtailment of numbers in terms of that visa category. I think there will come a point where somebody else, for whatever reason, valid or not, they'll basically say, hey, look, we want people to go into the OA at least to begin with, and then, down the road, if they convert over or whatever, it just is what it is. But something to think about, because if you're in O retirement status and you want to stay in Thailand for the basically off into the horizon, you need to go ahead and make sure that you are extending on a timely basis.